This is Michigan Moments, rediscovering the pioneering moments of the Great Lakes state. In the early 1900s, Munising, Michigan was a bustling Great Lakes port. Pine logs fill the river while workers guide them through town. By this time, the blast furnaces of the 1860s were quiet. Munising's first life as an iron town had faded, leaving a gathering of sawmills and tanneries. By 1900, lumbermen had felled millions of board feet of pine on these shores. Along the east shore of the bay, a massive tannery smoked and hissed. This was once the world's largest leather tannery. In its heyday, it took in hundreds of raw hides each day, using wood from the forests to tan thousands of leather soles. The tannery closed in the 1920s, but its memory lingered in the town. On summer days, steamboats began circling into Munising. By 1902, the Hunter offered lake tours to see the pictured rocks, the towering, colorful cliffs that had entranced people for years. Crowds boarded excursion boats to stare in awe at the sandstone walls and hear stories of this wild land. At the bay's south end, the paper mill opened in 1902. Day and night it churned out rolls of paper. The town's economy relied on this mill and on the forest. Logs cut deep inland were floated and rafted to the docks, to be shipped by boat to far-off sawmills or even across the ocean. Fishing was another lifeline. Small charter boats left the harbor at dawn, looking for a trophy fish. Lake trout were a key catch. Sport fishing has been part of Michigan's tourist traditions that stretch back generations. Life was tough and steady here. Winters brought deep snows. Then young men strapped on skis and hurtled down a homemade ski jump on Munising's west side. These were no modest hills. The daring flung themselves into the air, flying farther and higher than anyone expected. Munising even built one of America's first artificial ski jumps in the early 1960s, decades after those first wooden ramps. Munising's people gathered after work in hotels like the Lakeside Beach Inn. There were dances, laughter, and guests sharing stories around the piano. The Beach Inn burned down in 1951, but for decades it had been a proud landmark in the town. The stories of Munising's past are many: logging camps, a world-class tannery, and a steady paper mill. Fishermen braving the big lake, and skiers flying off snowy ramps, and always those grand cliffs keeping watch over the harbor. The echoes of these days remain in photos, stories, and memories. This has been Michigan Moments, offering bite-sized morsels of Michigan history.